Hi everyone, Anna here. I just thought I'd share with you these two junk journals that I completed for a friend of mine at work for her daughters for Christmas presents. They are of their father and their grandmother. I'm just gonna show you these right quick, the little charms that I made. And this is actual ephemera from the grandmother. It was a cross and some religious items that she had. And then I added like a cameo and a dried flower, and the same for this one. It has 2 or 3 of her religious items that she had, and I made just a quick little charm for her. Put a little jewel on the front. This is a picture of their grandmother. I think this was her confirmation dress, and I'm just gonna do a quick show through. Open it here. I'm gonna move this one here. This one here is, I should tell you that the paper pack that I used was from Deli Girl Victoriana. And this is and this is from Deli Girl also, sorry. So Tim Holtz paper pack on the back. I added that to give it a little bit sturdier. I should say this here on the front is actual vintage cheesecloth that their grandmother had. So that's another item that she had. She had quite a few buttons and old lace. Inside here I've did a little letter that the mother's going to write to the daughters. Here are vintage buttons. These are glass buttons, and these are the shell buttons that the grandmother had in her sewing ephemera, and this is the Tim Holtz. Most of the lace is the vintage lace that I've used. Some of it I did get from the dollar store, but I tried to use mostly what the daughter had provided me with. This here is the grandmother's recipe that she actually had published. One of the old pictures, one of her old recipes that she had for the daughters. Put them in there. This is their school pic of their father. All the pics in here are actual heritage pics from the family. I'll just go through them right quick. Another one of their pics. This is from the kit. I just backed it with some paper. Again, the old vintage lace. Try and do this really quick. The flowers that I made from the dictionary page, and some paper, scrapbooking paper. I like doing them. Vintage doilies. We got, this is ephemera from the father that he had did in school as a child. I'm going to stay in view. This here was the mom's that she had cross-stitched. She wanted to add it to the album as a keepsake. Again, vintage buttons. Really nice ephemera from the grandmother. This was her ephemera. Tim Holtz here, just paper, some old lace added on. Old vintage buttons, a little bit of old material. These here were actual little notes that were written in the little books. The little, I don't know if you remember the little autograph books you used to be able to get, and your friends would write in them. Well, they wrote really nice notes. These are like 1934, so that's nice ephemera for the daughters to keep and to cherish. This one was one of my favorites. I love the old the painting, the coloring on it, to someone who was dear to me and to Florence, 1935. That was nice. On this, I did some stamping. I think it's I want to say Tim Holtz stamp. Some ephemera in here, that old paper to write on. Tsunami Rose calendar. I can journal a little bit. And the lace. Again, the old vintage flowers, I like to call them. Here is a note that one of the last entries that their father had made in one of his books, so I copied them on for each of the girls to have. Old lace. This one here is an old crocheted little flower. This is, again, the grandmother's buttons that she had. This was one of her handkerchiefs that the daughter had wanted added, so I cut it in half and quartered it and then added it to each of the journal books. And again, this was part of the grandmother's ephemera. This was a puzzle that their father had finished, so I put that in there for them, and picks for both of them. I left some blank pages because they're gonna probably want to write down some memories. Here's the vintage pockets that I had made the video that was requested earlier. I'd made one, and I really think they look nice in these journals. This one here is one of the old, or one of the postcards sent to the grandmother, so I just added it. And here again,